Hey you guys, I wanted to what's going on? How y'all doing? Look, so this week y'all I just been feeling the stresses of life like many of us are, and while I've been off from my job or whatever, I've been driving Lyft and everything. I mean Uber. I told y'all about that. So anyway, yesterday I had some good ladies in my car and they kind of prayed for me, spoke over me, and we were speaking about how spirit was and how, being able to be in the world and not being lost in it and being able to conversate with people and people being, there's nothing wrong with speaking to people because someone may have something deposited into your spirit or you may have something deposited into somebody else that will help them. So to make a long story short, I just want to tell y'all about if you don't believe spirit is real, if you don't believe that God is letting you know that he is alive in your life and how things work, don't second guess yourself and understand and know that spirit is really real. I was on Instagram yesterday, and I think I mentioned to y'all that I live in Detroit, and we have a thing on Instagram, IG, one of the theme pages or something, Crime in the D or Detroit's Crime or something like that. And it was on my timeline, and I was strolling by, and I noticed a post about a man, and his last name was Reed, and it caught my eye because of the last name. So I read about the situation, and their family had made them contacted the people because he was shot and killed. I think the day 4th of July, and they were not made aware of it. The police had not contacted them, and the only reason why they knew was because some people on the street let them know that their father had been murdered. So today I started later than normal that I wanted to start driving Uber. And I began and I picked up a young lady and the girl got in my car, and along the way she spoke to me, good morning. I spoke to her, however, and I'm taking her on her ride, and she was in the back and she was on the phone, and I heard her say, I'm calling for such and such detective. I'm calling because our family has not been contacted about my father's murder. No one still has contacted me yet. I'm like, what are the chances of this happening? Me just reading about the situation on Instagram, and this young lady is in my car. And I mean, she was not looking like she was shaking up or anything. She was really strong. And it's like she was trying to handle business for that. And it was wild because when she got off the call, I said, I just read about your father's story. And she began to tell me, like, I had to do that because nobody's contacting us and the police are not doing their job. And I'm like, wow. I said, I hate, to hear about that. I said, I'm praying for you. I said, I said a prayer when I read that on Instagram yesterday. And I'm like, you can't get any help. I said, your family should probably try to call some big name attorneys that be going against the police when they're not doing what they're supposed to do for their jobs. I think I might have mentioned Van Crump to her or some other people, like another local name for some civil rights people here in Detroit. But I just say to people that second guess their gift of discernment or their connection to people in the spirit. Don't. Things happen to me like that all the time. I don't know, and it's just wild to me. But I believe and I understand it's just God saying to me that I'm really connected in the spirit. And no matter how sometimes I may not feel like I'm worthy, or how sometimes I feel like, why this or why that? And I'm like, well, why not me? Have your own personal relationship with God. And if you hear that quiet voice, if you feel that you're being led to do something, it's real. Spirit is so real. I just want to share that with y'all and encourage someone on today that whatever you're going through, that you're going to get through it, and just keep believing and keep your faith and know that spirit is real, and never feel like you can't speak to people or give them an encouraging word, or when your mind is telling you to talk to somebody, talk to that person. You never know what they're going through in their day. You never know how you may help them. You never know. Spirit is real, y'all. Bye.